Hey, welcome to Graphic Policy Television, GPTV. I'm Brett. In my hands is The Walking Dead Deluxe number 72. It's written by Robert Kirkman, art by Charlie Adlard. Dave McCaig is the colorist, and Rus Wooton is the letterer. So for those who don't know, The Walking Dead Deluxe is kind of a reprint of The Walking Dead issue by issue, but colorized. Also within is Creator's Corner, where Robert Kirkman talks about his notes. He actually puts in his handwritten notes about the particular issue and then discusses it, where things differ, what he thinks about the issue, kind of reflection, which I think has been really, really interesting. And then we get, your usual letters, new and old. So this has been a very interesting issue, and I honestly, it's been such a long time. I kind of vaguely remember parts of it, but not everything. It wasn't to the end that I really was like, oh yeah. So the issue has everyone in Alexandria. They're still kind of getting used to this situation, gearing up for their new roles. And we're still kind of left up in the air as to whether or not we should trust these people. And whether or not, they should let the guard down. Are we safe? Can they, put down roots and enjoy life? And the issue is a lot of domestic stuff back and forth. Glenn and Maggie kind of discussing things and arguing about Glenn's role. Andrea gets hit on and has to reflect on whether or not, is she allowed to kind of laugh and enjoy life? And then Rick still kind of taking in it all. And the issue kind of wraps up with a party that a lot of the Rick's crew has trouble at. I mean, it's a very domestic, normal thing. They haven't experienced that for a very, very long time, so it's kind of an oddity to them. And overall, I think it's a really interesting issue. And Kirkman doesn't go into it in his notes, and I kind of wish he did. But there's a good, I think, handle of PTSD of these people being in a horrible situation, coming out of a horrible situation, and having trouble getting back into normal life. And I hate to say normal because PTSD is kind of normal in some ways. It's a complete acceptable, understandable reaction to things. And I think it's a really interesting issue because of that. The plot as a whole, I think, is really interesting. And the situation is really interesting. You've got this group of survivors who have gone through hell and this other group who hasn't, and they're having trouble kind of adjusting like the other group has. And I think to me it's intriguing, and it's a really cool plot, and it's a really cool direction. I think the other thing that's really nice is by the end, we start questioning of who's good and who's bad, and Kirkman does address that as if you saw this comic as Alexandrians are, the people from Alexandria are the ones who were the main characters, Rick and his crew would be the bad guys at this point. And I think that's intriguing. So we start kind of seeing this weird graying of roles and it's who's good, who's bad, and who really we should be rooting for. And at this point, I don't remember all the specifics of Alexandria. I know Negan's coming up and all that stuff, but I don't remember how everyone was and who really is decent, who's not, and who we can trust and who we don't. So this has been kind of fun to go back and reread. And in that way, this has been so much fun to do. It's been a long time since I've read these comics, so specifics aren't in my memory, and while some beats are hit here and there, I generally do not remember this stuff. So it's rereading the comic, and I think for those who have never read it, it's great that way, and for those who maybe haven't read it in a really long time, it's great that way. And then, for those who are fans, you got it in color, and you got some notes in the end, so it's really fun to kind of go back and explore it all. So yeah, I mean, if you've never read The Walking Dead, I think this is a great way to go about it. You can go get this. This is out now in comic shops. We got a link beneath this video. Put in your zip code, tell the comic shops near you. No shop, no problem. We have some links where you can purchase your own. There'll be affiliate links, so we do get a small percentage, and by doing that, you'll support our site, so thank you for that. If you're into comics, you can check us out every single day at graphicpolicy.com. We're on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Tumblr, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Threads, Blue Sky, all at Graphic Policy, keeping it nice and consistent. Until next time, keep reading those comics, and keep it geeky. Hey, thanks for watching the previous video from Graphic Policy Television. Just by watching, you help support our site. Thank you so much. Now, if you're watching these videos, you probably care about geeky things like movies, television, comic books, toys, games, video games. you name it. You can go and subscribe right now to our YouTube channel to stay in touch and catch all the new videos, or check out our website at graphicpolicy.com. There's a nice link on this end of the video. But as always, thank you for watching. Keep on rocking and keep it geeky.